Okay, if you watched my video yesterday from my go-kart build part 8, I said it was going to rain today, and it's raining today. So I'm going to be inside, and I have to find something to do in here. What I decided to do was make a drill press vise. And the vise I'm going to make is actually not my idea. It's John Hines' idea. He's got a video on the vise. His video, he doesn't go through how he made the vise. He just shows you the outcome of the vise. In this video, I'm going to make something similar, and I'm going to show you how I do it. I'm going to use a C-clamp. If you have an old one around and everything, perfect. I didn't have an old one around. Well, I did, but smaller ones. I didn't have a big enough one. So I found this at Canadian Tire this week on special for $3.99. So that's not bad. It's this is 4.5 inch C-clamp. And what I did already was I cut this piece off. This I'm going to discard, or maybe I can use it for something else later. But this is the piece that I want to use, so I can use the rod and the threaded part here for the clamp.
Remember, if you live in New York and have these two cars.
I went ahead and I cut a piece of 2x4 for the back, and I'm gonna lay this down, and so I can I gotta drill this out so I can embed this into the 2x4 here. This is a 5/8 washer. The reason why I want to do the hole that big is because I want to put the washer in behind here, so as you tighten the vise, it doesn't push the wood right through. Oh, this is the reason why I'm building the vise, so I can hold stuff like this instead of holding it with my hand. This is actually going to be as deep as the 2x4. I might have to put a support back here. I am going to have to put a support back here because this here is like maybe 1/8 of an inch thick by the time I drilled it, and it's not going to be strong enough to hold anything. So I'm going to add this support. It will make it a little bit thicker, but I don't mind it. It's actually better to support the back. But if you guys end up getting like a smaller clamp, then this won't be as wide here, so you won't have to drill a hole that deep. Yeah, I can grind this down or maybe cut it, but I'm not gonna bother. I think this will be okay because when I bolt it down, as I'm tightening it, it just gives it more support so it doesn't back off. I'm actually going to add a couple of screws here also. A lot of people say that when I watch the woodworking programs on YouTube, a lot of people say that wood is sufficient. You don't need nails or screws or anything. I don't know. For something like this, I don't trust just the glue. I'd rather put a couple of screws in here and To me, it just seems safer. I got a shitty freaking Robinson bit here. I don't know how John Hines did his. Like I said, he doesn't show in his video how he built it. He just shows the outcome. So, the only way I can think of to do this is use fiberglass, automotive fiberglass. I don't know if any of you guys ever use this stuff. It's called Bondo glass, and it's actually fiberglass. What I usually do, I either use a cardboard or a piece of wood, something that I throw away after. And I'm going to mix it a little bit at a time.
But what she's saying, which is fair, I mean, you were trying to get a little...
And for those of you that don't know, then you got to add a little bit of cream hardener to it. All you do is just add a touch.
Well, she felt used, and then, so she was, in a sense...
Very, very little. And then you mix it in thoroughly. The thing with this is you gotta be careful when you mix this in the sun, because as soon as it gets hot with the hardener, it'll dry on you really quick before you can even put it on.
If you've had hernia surgery involving mesh since 2007 and suffered complications or required revision surgery,
Or as soon as all of it changes color, it's mixed in. And I'm just gonna start shoving it down in there.
No, sir. Who's your car insurance with? The general, sir. Welcome to the family, son. Thanks, sir.
Okay, I went ahead and cut 2 pieces for the base. I'm using this piece here just as a spacer. And then I'll remove this because I want it empty here in the center, so when I drill, when I drill, it won't drill through the base of the vise. And I went ahead and sanded this down. I gotta go out and get some wood and build myself a bench over here to work on this kind of stuff. I'm using my computer desk for this stuff. Okay, that's screwed in. This piece is screwed in here. Now this is going to be the back support. Attach the threaded rod to here. So what I'm gonna do, I honestly need to make myself a bench. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do exactly the same thing in here that I did with this one, and I'm gonna fill it with fiberglass. There's no restriction on the way back. It's on the way front that that there's pressure. On the way back, there's not going to be that much pressure. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this in with fiberglass, just so when I back it off, this piece here will come back. Right? So I'll go ahead and do that, and then I'll show you when I'm done. If you're wondering why I made it so wide, it's because when you have it on the drill press and everything, if you want to put clamps here and hold it down, you can do that. Okay, one thing I want to do here is, the last thing, is on this jaw here, the one that moves back and forth, I want to put a little guide so it can ride on this here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it right here. It'll slide back and forth. It'll just keep it from moving back and forth. Okay, that's basically it. I'll sand it down and I'll paint it, and but that's basically it. Whoever makes one of these, you don't have to make it so high. You don't have to make. You make it to the specs that you want, or whatever. This for me is good to hold 2x4s and wood like that, and yeah, it works pretty nice. And it'll hold, let me just grab a piece of wood here. It'll hold a piece of wood if you need to drill it. Just bring it in, clamp it, sturdy in there, drill it, whatever. Don't forget, this is not a metal vise, right? So you're not going to be able to clamp steel that hard in there. You'll be able to do light stuff with steel, but you won't be able to crank it up, or else obviously you're going to damage the wood, right? This moves it around a bit. It'll adjust to the wood itself, but that's because of the pivot on the rod here. But yeah, there you go. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on my next video.